So again, I start with my leave-in conditioner. Just kind of rake it through. And it used to take me like a really long time to do this. And it was really annoying. So I like never washed my hair. But the more you do it, honestly, it goes a lot faster. And like through the drying my hair with the t-shirt and putting all these different things in, like I can feel my hair soaking up the conditioner and everything while I'm just sitting here. So like I put my leave-in conditioner and I can feel my ends are starting to get like drier, you know. They're drying, but they're also like soaking up all that moisture. What you really want to do is just make sure there's so much moisture. Like there's not enough moisture in the entire world for your hair. And cheap products are honestly better for you guys to start out because you're going to need so much product because your hair is so dry from just the way it's been treated before. Especially if you have any kind of split ends, if you have a lot of heat damage, color damage, anything like that. So you can see like that layer only took me, what, a minute, 90 seconds? Wasn't bad at all. But it took me a while to get there. Okay, for my top, I like to go a little ham, do a little extra. Just because it's on top, and it always seems to get the frizziest for me. And I really make sure I work in right here. Just for me. This is just personal for me. And right here, because I have all these little baby curls right here. And they are a beast when they are a mess. That is the first thing that'll get frizzy, I tell you. It's right up there in the front of me. So when I go to do my top, I basically double everything that I've been doing on every other layer, right? So my hands are real wet, like that's like white. But you can see I'm not just doing the top section of my hair. I'm also putting product in all of my hair kind of at the same time, you know, like all of my ends are sitting right here at the same time. Really want to make sure I work it through. Like my hands are almost dry now. There's like nothing on them anymore. And I think people are always afraid of putting too much product in and getting like crunchy curls. For me, because I'm not using like a really hard gel, because I'm not using a really hard gel, mine don't get really hard. And even if they're a little crunchy, I am able to just scrunch them out later in the day. Or the next day usually. So I start with, it's kind of hard to see because it's clear, like about this much gel. Which is probably looks like a lot for most people. And I take it and spread it around on my hands. And then I'm going to flip my head completely upside down. You're probably not going to be able to see me anymore. And I'm going to start at the ends of my hair. Because like I said, they get frizzy first. So I'm going to flip it. Start all the way down here. At the tippy ends. And then work on the underneath part of my hair. And I flip it back. And there we go. And like, now I've probably got a third of it left on my hands. So I put a little bit in this section again. Really concentrate right in there. On both sides. You might have to repart your hair too. If you don't normally keep a defined, you know, part. And you flip upside down and back, but that's okay. You just part it again. My hair knows where to go. So that's pretty much all of that. I still have a little bit of like gel left on my hands. So I usually just wash my hands when I'm done. And like, that's about it. Sometimes it's real wet right now, I'll take a second dry t-shirt. Usually I use one for like my washing, and then I use my second one for like when I have all the product in my hair. So when I get a clean one out, I'll use that for washing, and I'll use this one then for when I have product in my hair. And I usually get a new one like every 3 washes. 2 or 3 washes. Like your body. You know, you're supposed to get a clean towel every 3 or 4 times you take a shower. At least. Or when it starts to smell. Like bras and jeans. Wash it when it starts to smell, right? So I just scrunch it a little more. I just take it, and I'm rotating my towel because you can kind of tell it's like getting wet. So I rotate it a little more and do it again. And I just scrunch up and hold. And this might seem like a lot. It normally only takes me 5-10 minutes at the most. It's a little bit longer just for the sake of the video, I think. But it is so, so worth it. I can tell you, the other day, I skipped a bunch of steps, and I just kind of tried to do it all at one time, and it was a hot mess. I ended up having to wash it like 2 days later because it looked terrible. Alright, so I've pretty much gone the whole way around on my t-shirt. It gets pretty wet. So that's pretty much it. Now I just kind of let it air dry for like an hour or 2 before I do anything else. So, I guess nighttime, getting ready to go to bed before too long. I'll probably try to stay up for at least an hour, try to do an hour and a half to 2, and then I'll go to bed. So my hair won't be dry yet, but it'll be like 3/4 the way dry. I'll come back and show you that later. So it's been like 2 hours now, so I'll take it and kind of, you know, scrunch out if there's any stiffness. And then here's the key. Here's the secret. The bonnet. It's beautiful. It's lovely. It's gross. It looks weird. But I just do the same thing as my t-shirt. Flip it over. Tuck it all in there. Flip it up. Go to bed. That's pretty much it. You can get like the ones with the drawstrings on them, or like whatever, any kind of silk or satin will work fine. Some people like to pin up their hair before they put the bonnet on, but I just kind of put it on and hope for the best. So, alright, so it's the next morning now. So I take this off, and it looks a little bit crazy, right? I know it's kind of hard to see for you guys. Like, this is not normally how you would see me with my hair. It's a little bit like poofed from being in the bonnet. So here's what I do. I have this little Mr. water bottle. I think I got it on Amazon. So I put some like old conditioner in here that I don't really like, and then mix it with some water. When I fill it, I usually use warm water, but then I just use, you know, whatever's in here. I just use warm water because it dries faster. So I'm going to spray this until it's really damp, and I'll be right back. So as you can see, it's pretty damp now. And then I just kind of like flatten down this part a little bit to get my frizzies flat. And then I scrunch it. You always want to spray this like over your shower or carpet at least. Don't spray it over like your linoleum or tile floor because it's very slippery. Honestly, Ryan hates it when I do it in the shower because it's always slippery then when he goes to take a shower later, but he'll live. If you just turn on like the hot water in the shower for a minute and let it kind of get off the floor, it comes off pretty easy. The Mr. bottle does, and then I just kind of touch up. The Mr. bottle does take a little bit longer. You can also just use like a regular spray bottle too. That works This is just the one that I happen to have my conditioner water in. And let's do a couple little touch-ups. And that's about it. My bangs annoy me. So I take a little bobby pin and just kind of like finagle with this and kind of twist it back half decent. Then I take my bobby pin and I slide mine up under this poof. Because don't forget, I'm a millennial and, you know, the poof that I never did in high school. That one's sticking out real weird. So it's kind of however you want to style it. Just remember, like, the more you play with it, the frizzier it's going to be. So you can always add more conditioner water, leave-in conditioner, whatever you want to use. You can give it a little mist with hairspray if it's really getting frizzy. That'll help keep it from getting frizzy, and you can always scrunch out the crunch later. It's kind of up to you. But day one, it usually looks pretty good, not real frizzy, and it gets frizzier and frizzier as I go, especially if I come home, lay on the couch, or take a nap, and I don't wear my hat, my bonnet. So anytime anything touches it, it's a mess. The wind in the windows in the car, it's terrible. So that's pretty much it. Water and leave-in conditioner are your best friends now. Alright, so I'm here at Giant, and I'm going to show you a couple things to avoid, right? So you see all this, the Suave, the Garnier, the Dove. No, none of that. This is alright. You want to look for something like this is a shaping jelly or a curl cream, frizz taming, something like that. This is a good deep conditioner to use once in a while. They've got like gels. Their shampoo's okay. What else is here? This Herbal Essences has this sulfate free. This is like curl definer, conditioner, and shampoo. You just want to really make sure to check the ingredients and make sure it's sulfate free. This one looks alright. I look crazy talking to myself in the middle of Giant, but that's about all that I see that's sulfate free. Oh, here we go. The Shea Moisture products, right? So anything with Shea Moisture is going to be good. You have this curl cream here. Here's a deep mask for dry and damaged hair. You've got Curl and Shine, Intense Hydration, Restorative. Any of those would be good too. So you just really want to look for anything that's sulfate free, for one thing, and anything with like a shea, argan kind of oil in it.